Hey guys, I'm Bottles, and welcome back to the Sonic Retrospective. And today, I'm going to be talking about Sonic Lost World. Sega, what happened? Alright, so I'm not going to be saying that Sonic Lost World is a bad game. But they went from the greatness of Sonic Colors, the fucking masterful work of Sonic Generations, and even in between, the really, really solid Sonic 4 Episode 2. And then they just kind of went back into okay territory with Sonic Lost World. So, Sonic Lost World, to me, kind of came out of nowhere. Like, the Wii U was announced, and it had all these, like, games and shit. Like, it was out for a while. And then I start hearing about this game called Sonic Lost World, and I'm not gonna lie, with a title like that, I was expecting it to be a fan game. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be a mainstream console game. But then I kind of started... I watched, like, gameplay trailers and, like, first look things about it. And I was like, oh, this is actually a real Sonic game on the Wii U. Which, it had some promise. And, like, they introduced... I was like, alright, Sonic doesn't, like, run immediately. Like, he can, like, go at a brisk pace. But then there's a run button if you really want to go fast. Which, honestly, like, a lot of people thought that was really stupid. But to me, I thought that was a really good idea. Because one of the main complaints that modern Sonic games have been getting is that if, as Sonic, you just kind of want to, like, move a little bit to this part so that you can, like, try again at this jumper or whatever. Like, Sonic would just go, like zooming in that direction. So I kind of like how they kind of incorporated the run button in that sense, so that gameplay element wouldn't happen. They also added a parkour element, which is honestly something I've been wishing that Sonic had for a while now. Like, the best thing that, like, the coolest thing I think about, like, this classic Sonic game, or not classic Sonic games, but, like, Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, and to an extent, like, Sonic Unleashed, is when they have you do, like, when you're, like, bouncing off the walls. That's really good. And now Sonic Lost World added that anytime, which I thought was really, really cool, and adds, like, a whole new element to the gameplay. I also thought that the Super Mario Galaxy looking aesthetic was pretty creative for Sega's part. I mean, not creative in the way that it's original, because, like I said, it's Mario Galaxy, but with Sonic. But it allowed them to have more fun with, you know, what they had, with the levels that they could create. And I liked it. I mean, it kind of reminded me a bit of Mario 3D World that came out, I think, like, only a few months later. And I could even be mistaken. Mario 3D World could have came out before this. But I kind of get a Mario 3D World vibe from it now. So when I first played this game, I was, like, stoked. But to be fair, I was also still on the hype train of, like, Sonic Generations, and I was like, yeah! So basically any Sonic game probably would have been good to me, even like Sonic 06 if they came out with that then. But after playing it for a little while and kind of getting through almost all of the game, my opinion started to falter a little bit. Like, it was like, alright, this game's not a bad game. It's like, it's okay. It's just a lot of okay. The gameplay is okay. The level design is okay. The aesthetics are okay. It's just a bunch of okay. And I kind of like how the story of, like, the Deadly Six and how they turn on Eggman, and this actually forces Eggman to work with Sonic and Tails. And hell, I feel like this game probably has one of the better stories of any Sonic game. Mostly because Sonic actually goes through, like, a change, almost. Like, for this whole game, you know, Sonic assumes that Eggman's doing something bad, and then just kind of, like, acts fast. Which, normally in a Sonic story, he'd be right. But for the first time, he's actually wrong. Like, Eggman has, like, this conch thing, and the Deadly Six are in front of him, and he's controlling them. And he's like, oh, Eggman must be doing something bad to those people, so let me kick the conch out of his hands so that he can't have it, and then those people will be, like, free and good, and they won't have to listen to Eggman anymore. But then he kicks it away, and they end up being a more evil entity than Eggman. And then Eggman's like, Sonic, what the fuck are you doing? And Sonic's like, well, I just kind of assumed that you're doing something bad. And it gets to the point where Tails literally like, Sonic, what's wrong with you? Like, you have to think before you actually do something. And I kind of like that. Like, Sonic, like, for one thing, Sonic and Tails have an actual conflict. Like, that has never happened before. Sonic, like, Tails is always by Sonic's side. But in this game in particular, Sonic and Tails actually have a conflict that actually dooms their friendship. And that actually sent chills up my spine. And I wish that Sonic would have more serious stories like this, even though it's still entirely kid-friendly and still has the kiddie humor of, like, Sonic Colors. Like, this is the first game that actually took a couple chances with the story and actually had, like, a legitimate conflict other than Sonic and Eggman or Sonic versus the villain. And I can commemorate it for that. But as for the gameplay, it could be much better. It's just okay. It's kind of like Sonic Heroes in that sense, where Sonic Heroes had pretty alright gameplay, but kind of like a crappy story. Sonic Lost World is kind of like the opposite of that, where it's like the gameplay is like okay, a little bit crappy, but the story is really good. Like, the story is pretty good. So I kind of wish that Sonic creators would actually like make another story like this, because I see it has like a lot of potential. So Sonic Lost World was where I was kind of like, all right, maybe they're gonna like go off the beaten path. Like, maybe it was like, all right, this is a new gameplay style, let's see where this goes, and then they never did it again. I was kind of hoping that they would kind of like expand on this style, because this seemed a bit experimental with the new gameplay style. So I was kind of like, alright, maybe they're trying it out in this one, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't, and then the next game, they'll try to, like, they'll have the same gameplay style, but they'll take out what didn't work, maybe add a couple improvements to what, like, see what didn't work, improve upon it a little bit, and send it off. So, even with this game, I was still pretty optimistic about the Sonic the Hedgehog series. So, I think that's all I really have to say about Sonic Lost World. So, I'll see you guys next time with a lot of the Sonic racers, and that includes, I believe, Sonic Drift, Sonic Drift 2, Sonic R, and I think that's it, because I think I have... Oh, I think Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing 2. That might be in there too. I could be wrong. I'll let you guys know next time with the intro. And I'm going to say Sonic Riders is going to be its own separate video. So I'll see you guys next time with the Sonic Racing games. Later.